All right, welcome to week 3 summary for our Balboa class at Wednesday Night Hop.
I'm Margot.
Jeff, Margot, yeah. We did today the transition step and the crossover, okay? The transition looked like this. I'll do a basic first, a basic 2, 3, a 5, 6, 7, then here's my transition, out, out, in, okay? So the leaders in the transition step, the 1 and 2 is like our regular basic, 1, 2. On the 3, I'll give you my butt. 1, 2. On 3, I'm keeping my weight on my right foot, twisting and keeping my feet, shoulders, hips, everything in alignment towards the corner. And this left foot drifts out. That's 3. On 4, I draw it across and step on it. Then I go 5, 6, 7, hold 8. It looks like this all together. 1, 2, twist, cross, out, out, in. It's key to remember that when I've got a partner, she is with me for the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I release her on the 5, 6, 7. Okay? We talked about building a little momentum on the twist, and we practiced it without this hand. So we go 1, 2, twist, and that was enough energy to get my follow headed away from me. Okay?
Coming at you in 3D.
That's right. So basic 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, twist, cross, out, out, in. Okay?
Follows, we talked a little bit about the idea that our footwork should, as usual, stay mostly underneath ourselves. We're relying on the lead. When they do that twist movement and drift away, we get that loose feeling of floating away from our lead. We're not intentionally stepping away from them. Mm-hmm. And then on the back arm, we want to, from the pure bow position where we're hanging onto our lead's back, when we drift away, we want to let that arm come with us at more or less the same angle rather than hanging on out here or letting it get way out far apart from our lead. So what happens that feels the most comfortable to me is that I wind up catching my lead just above his elbow on the back of his arm. And you don't need to grab on, you just need to catch with a flat palm.
Yeah, and also for the leaders, a similar thing is true. While I may start off with the palm of my hand or the heel of my hand on my follow's spine, as we separate out, this hand kind of goes off to the side a little bit. I get the little L bracket here. But there's no extra points for getting super, super far away, and we needn't try to get super, super far away. We are just always going to be nice and tall and straight, leaning toward each other, and like if we just kind of shift out, that's the max we're going to get, and that's all we need. Okay?
You'll notice also that if we get too far apart, our arm starts to straighten out, and we start losing the capability to hold our partner at all because the handle slipped down the arm. So keeping some bend is important.
Yeah, exactly. From the transition, we turned that into a crossover where we maintained the same out, out, in. So it's out, out, in. I added a pivot, out, out, in, and pivot, out, out, in, and pivot, out, out, in, and pivot. Okay? We started this by doing the exercise of simply going straight away from each other, out, out, in, out, out, in. And that's key because that's really the core of the move. And the little pivot that we get is kind of the fun of the move, maybe. But again, there's no extra points for pivoting more, okay? So if we were to overdo it, it would look like this. Yeah, all kinds of terrible things can happen. So let's keep it small, keep it simple, okay?
I also talked to the fathers a little bit about the idea that on this move, what we've taught tonight involves kind of twisting away from your away from your lead and opening up on that pivot. So to give you an idea of what that looks like from the back side, I'm stepping forward, twisting open, stepping forward, twisting open, stepping forward, twisting open, stepping forward, twisting open. And that's different from I'm stepping this way, and then I'm going to step this way, and then I'm going to step this way.
Right.
Yeah? So make sure you're actually using those outside points as pivots.
And I think that was it. That's a lot, and y'all did really well. So see you next week.